history. The shadows of the past hide tales of monstrous men whose heinous acts have left an indelible mark on history. These are not just stories. They are chilling realities that once haunted the streets. Do you have the nerve to face the darkest corners of human nature? How well-versed are you in the dark annals of history? Think you can identify the most notorious figures from mere hints and tales? Take this quiz and test your knowledge on the sinister minds that once walked among us. Then let us know how many you got right in the comments below. Which infamous serial killer was known for luring young men to his house, torturing and murdering them, and was nicknamed the Killer Clown? John Wayne Gacy, also known as the Killer Clown, was an American serial killer and sex offender. He sexually assaulted, tortured, and murdered at least 33 teenage boys and young men between 1972 and 1978 in Cook County, Illinois, who was responsible for a series of gruesome murders in the Whitechapel district of London during the late 19th century and remains unidentified to this day. Jack the Ripper is the best-known name for an unidentified serial killer active in the Whitechapel district of London in 1888. Adding to his eerie legacy, he sent a series of taunting letters to the police and newspapers, boasting of his crimes and often including details that were never released to the public. Despite extensive investigations and countless suspects over the years, the true identity of Jack the Ripper remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Which serial killer was known for his heinous acts in the 1980s and 1990s, involving the murder and consumption of his victims? Jeffrey Dahmer, also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal, was an American serial killer who murdered and dismembered 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. Many of his later murders also involved necrophilia and cannibalism. Known as Dr. Death, which British general practitioner became the most prolific serial killer in recorded history. Harold Shipman was a British general practitioner and one of the most prolific serial killers in recorded history. He was found guilty of the murder of 15 patients under his care, but an inquiry after his conviction confirmed he was responsible for at least 218 deaths. Which serial killer active during the late 19th century in Chicago is often referred to as America's first documented serial killer? H.H. Holmes was an American serial killer active during the late 19th century. He confessed to 27 murders, but only 9 were confirmed. He's best known for his Murder Castle in Chicago, a hotel designed for easy killing and disposal of bodies. Known as the Monster of the Andes, which serial killer is believed to have over 300 victims across South America? Pedro Lopez is a Colombian serial killer who was sentenced for killing 110 girls, but claimed to have more than 300 victims across South America. Which American serial killer kidnapped and murdered more than 30 young women during the 1970s and often revisited his crime scenes? Ted Bundy was an American serial killer, kidnapper, and necrophile who assaulted and murdered numerous young women and girls during the 1970s. He often revisited his crime scenes and would sometimes keep the decapitated heads of his victims as mementos. From the shadowy streets of London to the eerie corners of America, these dark figures have left a chilling legacy. How did you fare in uncovering their identities? Did the tales send shivers down your spine, or were you a master detective, piecing together the clues? Let us know how many you got correct in the comments below. And remember, history's darkest moments often hide in plain sight.